Welcome all to ODOO tag. In our previous video, we created a one library management system where we create a one form, one tree, action, menu item and the Python configuration. Today we gonna see how to create another views. In the ODOO, apart from tree and form, there is lots of views are there. There be a Kanban view, there be a graph view, there be a pilot view, there be a calendar view. Lots of views are there. Search view is also there. So we gonna cover this one by one. So today our topic is how to create a Kanban view and how to create a graph view. Today we gonna see the two views. So let me show you our project first. So I'll start the server again. Here I started the server. As you can see, registry loaded. It means my server is started. Now here if I'm refresh, I can see hospital and issue, whatever we created. In that we have the different type of fields and details. Okay, so today we're gonna learn how to create a Kanban view and the graph view. As you can see here, right now I have only list view, which is called our tree view. In terms of technical language, it's called tree view. In the user language, it's called list view. So list view is one display metric view. The same way Kanban view and the graph view is also one display metric view. So let me go to the source. Here is our view file. As I told you in the previous videos, we are going to create all the views in the view folder. So I'll open our issue form. So here is the tree view. We want to create now Kanban view. So let me start and end it. Again I am telling you, these are the just comments. Okay, so it's a Kanban view, so I am writing issue Kanban view starts and issue Kanban view ends. In between I am gonna write the Kanban view source code. It is not compulsory to write, but for this it's very easy to understand for me. Here as you can see, tree, form, actions and the menu items. So I can easily understand that my menu starts here, ends here. Sorry, little indentation issue is there. There is a one extra space, so let me remove that. Okay, so as you can see, I can directly close from here. So in this way I can easily figure out what is the view at which place. Okay, so for creating the Kanban view, let's go to the default source code. As I told you in the previous, our custom module should be here and the default code. So I'll go to the add-ons and search for the Kanban view. I'll pick any module. As I told you, I like the accounting. So in the view, I'm finding in all folders. We want to search the Kanban. So I write the Kanban, and always every view returns in the XML file. So I'll give that also, star.xml. As you can see, I founded the Kanban view in lots of places. So I'll open any Kanban view file. Let's assume I want to open this one. Okay, so I search the Kanban, I got the Kanban view. So what I'm gonna do is copy this Kanban view and come to my file and paste it here inside my Kanban view. Let me correct the indentation now. Okay, just one tap. Now we have to give the ID. Now how we gonna give the ID? From our model. So I'll go to the model, copy my model name, which is library.book.issue. So I'm gonna write here library book issue and replace every dot with underscore. And at the last I'll gonna add, it's a Kanban, so Kanban underscore view. Easy. For the name part, what we gonna do? Copy the ID and paste it here in the name part, but replacing every underscore with a dot. Now the model, so model we can get from the py file. So I'll copy the model and paste it here in the model section. Completed. Now architecture, and now it's a Kanban. Here it's a Kanban mobile, so it is the mobile view. If we want to give, we can give, otherwise it's fine. We are not giving that. We're just giving the string as a book issue. Now for the Kanban, first of all we have to define that. See, Kanban can be written in the templates. Let me show you the example of Kanban view. If we go to the application, and we can see this all details, right? Let me turn off the debug mode. Here you can see, I can see this details. So this is called a one Kanban view. So it is written in the template. It is written in the XML format. So for that, inside that XML, how many fields, which fields we gonna use, that we have to define here. So it is like loading the field previously. Okay, so I am going to use name, customer, book, customer mobile number, cost, issue date and return date. I'm going to use each and every field in that. It is not compulsory. Whatever we have in the PY should be used in the views. It's okay if we don't want to use some fields. Okay, but here the requirements are like I'm going to use all of the fields. So I have to define all of the fields. First is the field name is already there. What is my second field, which is customer? So let me click the another field with a field name customer. Then my third field, which is the book. So field name book. Again I copy that. My next field is customer mobile. So I'll write that. Last fields are issue date and return date. Okay, so this fields I'm going to use in the Kanban view. That's why I have to define here as a preloader. Now the template, and it's very important. Now I'm starting this, and it's a Kanban view. So giving a really good view, this is the default class is used, or you can say default template is already there, which we can use for more elaborate, more precise look. So I'll gonna write Kanban dash box. Okay, so this is compulsory. After that, I want to make it clickable. We will see that details afterwards. So right now I'm just making this detail as a comment, or let me remove this itself. It's not required right now, so I'm not putting that. Okay, I'll write the Kanban box, and inside I have to write the design, right? So for writing the design, let's assume in the heading tag I am defining H1. And how to define a field? So for defining a field, it's like same as the reports and the template side. So TESC is gonna use to display any variable name. We want to write name, which is dynamic value, right? For each and every record, it's a different one. So we're gonna write ESC, and then for particular record, because it is different for each and every record, so we write the record dot, what is our field name, completed, and over the tag, and this all details are not required. So this will display our only and only name right now. Okay, so let me run this, but before that, inside the action, last time we defined the true views, which is called tree and form. So I have to define the Kanban also. So I have to write Kanban. So it will include the Kanban view as well. Okay. Now here I want to tell you one thing. Here you can see there is a tree, Kanban and form. It means first view gonna be load is a tree view, then second is a Kanban, and last is a form. If I write the Kanban first, then by default Kanban will open. We will see that. So right now I am saving this, Ctrl F11. Now let me restart the server, and I want to upgrade the module parallelly. So I'll write -u and my module name. No need to be hurry-burry or anything. Just come here, rename it and copy. Don't try to write because sometimes some issues happens. As you can it started loading, and here you can see my file, security file, and the view file is loaded. Okay, so I'll come again here, refresh my page, go to the library, and you can see right before I don't have the option, but now I have the option. If I click here, you can see I got a one box where it written as a object. It is my object right now, but I want the value. It is the object, I want the value, so I have to write value. Again I save this and restart the server. This time I also change in the XML file. Now remember this one, whenever you changed anything in py file, so no need to upgrade the module, but if you are changing something in XML file, so you have to upgrade the module. So this time also I again keep it -u library management. As you can see, my registry is loaded, my both files are also loaded. Again I came here and refresh it. As you can see, by writing the dot name, I got the issue. Right now it's not clickable because I'm not making as a clickable. So let's bring other fields also, right? So here after H1, I make some small size like H4. Again each and every field I have to write, so I'll copy the same and paste it here. Now my second field is a customer, so I'll write the customer. After customer there is a book field I want, so I'll write book. After book, customer mobile number, so customer mobile number. Actually I want customer mobile number after customer, then book, then issue date, then I want the return date, and lastly I want to see the cost. But I want all of this in H4, so everything comes in a line. So here also I changed something in XML file. Let me save, Control FL and rerun the server. But here also I upgrade the module. Why? Because I changed in the XML file. As you can see, my module registry is completed and also my both files also loaded. I'll refresh this one. As you can see, everything came, but in the different boxes. As you can see, the issue also came, the ODOO tag came, the mobile number came, then books also came, return, but everything is different one. But I have to combine it somehow, right? So again we search for the Kanban view. In the default, we're gonna use this one. Here after Kanban, we have to write OE Kanban contain. That will make your card as a single one. So let me copy this division class and I'll paste that in my XML code. After the template, I'll write this code. I don't want clickable right now, just contain is I needed. Let me give the indentation again, and at last closing this DVI. Again I save this file and rerun it. Again I upgraded the module, as you can see, because we changed in the XML file. Again I can see both of my files are upgraded and registry is completed. If I refresh it, now you can see by that one record comes in a single one. Okay, so everything comes in the line right now. This one, but as a general user, as a front end user, as a non-technical person, I don't know what is that. First thing I come to know, okay, this is something called heading. Okay, so let's make it a little more precise design. So here I write in the H1 and make it strong. Okay, Again I close the h1 tag, and this all of h4 I give the heading before this, all of this. So first is a ODOO tag, which is our customer name. So I'll write customer. Now I want to write everything in h4, so I'll define the one general tag as a h4. Okay, and close this. Now my first line would be customer, so I'll write customer colon, then little space, then I want to give the name, so T, I want h4 only, so I'll write T and T ESC is equals to record dot customer dot value. I'll write it here and close this tag, and I comment out this other source code. Okay, I save this customer, customer. Okay, now let me rerun it. See, my module is loaded. If I refresh it, as you can see, heading also came what I defined as a customer. Okay, now I came back here and I did for all of the fields. Okay, so I'll copy the code and do it. Okay, I'll save this and restart the server and refresh here. As you can see, I got the labels for everyone. Issue 1, customer, customer name, customer mobile, the mobile number, books. Okay, so that's how you are getting a one Kanban view. Now as you can see, if we go to the tree view and if I click on the record is opening. But if I go to the Kanban, I'm clicking here, nothing is happening. So to make it a clickable, we have to define a class which I cutted here, which is this one called OE Kanban Global Click. It is allowing you to click inside your Kanban. I'll remove the unnecessary code now. Here we defined a one class. After that I'll define the clickable. Okay, we save this, upgrade the module because the XML changes are there, and refresh it again. As you can see, if I'm hovering it, my mouse is changed. If I click it, the form view is opening. Okay, now let's do some more elaborate changes. And I don't need this h4s everywhere, so I'll just simply remove all of this, and instead I'll give a BR, because otherwise it will all the comes in a same line. Let me remove all this first, then we will add it again. Okay, and last h4 is created. Now let me give some bootstrap class to make it more elaborating design. So I'll giving some padding on left side, so PL2, or let's make PL1, and we are giving the padding top as a 2. So heading will come, then some space, and then this will come on little bit shifted manner. I save all of these changes, again restart the server, and as you can see my module is loaded with the files. By refreshing this, I can see the elaborating design. As you can see, I got a little space here, and here also I can see a little space. Now here let me give some more space like PL3, the big space, so that I can see. Again refresh it. As you can see, it comes the little shifted because the bootstrap classes. Now you can design as per your need, as per your conveniency, or we can add any of the things. Like instead of customer, I want to add the logo, or suppose like I want to make it as a customer, and on the second, instead of customer mobile, I want to add a one mobile logo. So I'll write I class is equals to double quotation end it. Okay, so let's search the FA class for mobile. FA icon, FA icon. So I'll go to the FA icon and search for the phone. So for the phone, this icon should be good. So I'll copy the code, which is class is a FA phone. I'll copy that class and paste it here. With that, I want to change the color also. So I'll give text info, or I can give primary, text primary, and instead of customer also, let me do that stuff. Instead of customer, I'll give the customer logo. Customer we don't have, so let's go for a man, or we have this user logo which we can use it. So it's a FA user. So here also I have everything, FA phone, instead of phone it's gonna be user, and it's also primary. Let me save this, restart the server with upgrading, because XML changes are there. My XML changes are already loaded. My server is also started. Let me go to the server, refresh this. As you can see, I got the icons. Now here icons are coming, but it is still not so appealing. So I'll give here the class, and here I am giving some on left side padding as a little bit more padding. Same I'll do in the mobile number scenario, and I'm removing this is coming in 2 separate lines. I'll make a 1 line only. So on both place I have to define that paddings. I here given I a PL4, here I will give PL5. PL5, PL4 are the bootstrap classes which you can easily get from the bootstrap application. Here I upgraded it. Let me refresh it. You can see the 2 lines came. Here double quotation also colon is came. So it's because of this one. So I'll remove that one, refresh it, restart its server, and refresh the page. As you can see, I got to see my user logo and phone logo also. For the books also I can do the same, and all the details in the Kanban. Now it's a clickable also. Okay, So lots of things you can do here. Whatever is you can do in the XML side, whatever you can do in the reports, the web pages, the templates, basically you can do here. You can give your designs very effectively, efficiently and attractively. If you want to make me a video on that, do comment on our channel. If I got a jam on the comment, definitely I'll gonna make the next video on the how to create a attractive view. Okay, and don't forget to subscribe ODOO tag for more interesting videos regarding the ODOO. Okay, now as I told you, here if I go to the library, so I got the tree view first. If I want to Kanban, I have to go here, but I want to make like, if I go to the apps also has the list view, the tree view, but it is the afterward. First is a Kanban. So how do I do it? That's also very easy. I'll go down in the action. I define the tree first. So I'll remove the tree first. I'll make the Kanban first and then write the tree. Again, save the file and restart the server. Again, I'm upgrading the module. Why? Because I changed something in XML file. Here my server is started and my both the files are also loaded. So let me refresh this and I'll go to the library. As you can see, by default now it came the Kanban. Here also you can see first Kanban, then list. Okay, so that's how you can create your Kanban view. Okay, now we'll go for our second part, which is the graph view. One of the most easiest and most simplest view in the ODOO. So let me create one structure for it or space for it, you can see. Okay, sorry. So graph started, graph ends. Now again, if I want to search something, I'll close all other unnecessary tabs. Okay, and in the search in the XML, I'll search for a graph. So I got a code for a graph view. I'll open this and copy the entire source code and paste inside my model, which is here. Graph view, paste. Let's correct the indentation first. Now again I have to give the ID. How do I give the ID? Go to my model, copy my module name, which is library.book.issue. Here I give that and replace all of the dot with the underscore, and lastly it's a graph view, so graph underscore view. Again the same rule apply for the name. Copy the ID, paste it here and replace every underscore with a dot. Again I have to give the model, so which I can find in my py file. So I copy that name and paste it here. Again arc, it shows that from here it's starting. Now it's a graph view, that's why graph we can give the string. It's our book issue, so let me give the string as a book issue. Again this is the advanced parameters, we will see afterwards. Now here we have to simply define the x and y axis. Okay, so let me define my fields. First of all, let's decide which field we want to show where. So we want to show customer parallelly with cost. Suppose customer and cost we want to show. So I'll write the customer and sorry, just customer, and my second field would be cost. See, written here. We'll remove another unnecessary things. Simply graph view is completed. There is nothing hard and fast rule in the graph view. Same, it is also one view, so we have to add here in our XML, in our action. So for graph we can write graph. Here I added the first view is a Kanban, then tree, then graph, and lastly form. So I changed everything, upgrading the module because I added a new view. As you can see, my module is also loaded and server is also started. Let me refresh this. Here I got a third option for a graph. As I click this, you can see on the x-axis I got the customer, and on the y-axis I got the cost. In the measure I can do the cost and other details also, whatever the integer fields. And we have the different types also. The one right now in front of us is a bar view, the line views, and the pie view. Suppose we want to make a default pie view. So I will go to my graph view again, and in terms of graph I will define type is a pie. So default pie view will load. I'll click on the library and click here. You can see pie view is loaded defaultly. Okay. Now let us create some record so that we can easily understand it. So let me create one more record, which is issue 2. Customer would be demo 1. Customer mobile number 123. Book would be B1, B2. Issue date is suppose on 20th April and returning on 30th, and cost would be 40 rupees. Let me create one more. Issue 003. Customer is a demo 2. Mobile number is 12345. Sorry, 44 is there. 5. Book is a B1 and book 2. Issuing on 4th of April and returning yesterday. The costing would be 30 rupees. Let me save this. Now if I can see, as I create the 3 records, I can see all of the 3 separately. Here I have to change the issue date. Issue. As you can see, I double issue everywhere, everything's good. Now let me go to the graph. So as you can see, I got a pie view. Instead I got the 33, 33, 33. Let me measure by cost. So here you can see the light blue is defined as a ODOO tag, which has the most part, where you can see 200. Here in the cost you can see 200, which shows that for that costing is 200, which is the biggest costing, and the less price is for demo 2 customer who paid the 30 rupees only. So parallelly you can see all of the graphs. If I click here, I can see the bar view for my each and every user. Pie view. In the bar view also I can see the upgrading or degrading ways also, like who spends the most and the what on terms of measure. Now here I select the measure manually. Here I also define the cost. Let me give this as a default, it should come. So I'll write here type measure, which indicates that select this one as a measure default. I'll save this, restart the server and refresh my module. So in the measure you can see cost is automatically selected. Now if I go to the apps and again come to my library management. So first, as I told you, Kanban is first defined in our action. Let me define the graph as a first, then Kanban, and lastly tree view. Let me restart the server. I'll come to the library again. Go to the apps, refresh the page, and library. As you can see, defaults it's came. The graph view, the second one is a Kanban, and last one is a list. Here in the measure I can see cost is automatically came, which is 200, 48 and 30 rupees. As you can see the percentage also, it's a 11%, 11.11% blocked. It's 14.81 and it is 74.07. So these are the very two common amazing views. Graph view is most easy. Graph view is one of the simplest view in the ODOO. Now what we can do is, see here in the graph you don't have any option to create, because graph view is purely for analytic purpose. Here if I click here, I can see the tree view for single record, and then I have to go inside. But purely in the graph view I don't have any option to create, because graph is the default view to just analytic purposes. Okay, whereas in the Kanban you got the create button and you can check the record directly, because Kanban is display as well as the edits also. In the future videos we will see more about the Kanban view. In the Kanban view, in the Kanban view there is lots of functionalities are there. So I show you first designing, then in the ODOO Tech's upcoming videos we are exploring the Kanban view again with a deeper meaning. For that what we gonna do, here we have the create button, so form is open. But for the Kanban we can do the quick create also, which will come as a small card here automatically, and in that whatever the field we want to display, like 3-4 fields or 5 fields, we can define here in the Kanban itself. We don't have to go for a entire form view, and we can see that here also. Again in the future we will learn that group by, here you can see group by and filters are there. We will learn that also, and on that basis our Kanban view is also a little bit goes a different way. Let me demonstrate that. Into the application, if I go there and I close this, my general is there. Okay, now here as per the category if I do, you can see my Kanban view is there, but it is view is changed. So on basis of group it will also change. We can do that with our module also, which I gonna post in the future. So do jam the comments in the comment box. So whatever the topics, whatever the questions you have, you can definitely reach to us and we will happy to answer it, and we will make the video on that also. Thank you for today's section.